can use a doily to decorate a cake. If you dust a cake with icing sugar and then put a doily on it and dust it with cocoa powder, you get a lovely snowflake effect on the top of the cake.
You're giving him cake tips, are you? Yeah, give him a few more cake tips. That's what he needs.
McDonald's apple pies are nice. Do you like them? McDonald's apple pies.
Have you never had a McDonald's apple pie?
They're the ones that are hotter than the sun, the lava.
Yeah, a taste of apple, them ones.
I was about...
You'll know if you've had one because you don't have a roof of a mouth anymore.
Yeah. I was about 16, 17 when I had one of those, yeah. They are not... I didn't like them, to
Tell you what, mate, stick one of McFlurry, game changer.
He's not wrong either, He's not wrong. If I was gonna try and, you know, impress my missus on Valentine's, what would I cook her? What would be the meal?
I love creating something like a good cake. Like, if you make a good...
I knew he was going to say cake.
hang on.
Of course, a good cake.
If you've got a good chocolate cake, which is a Zacatort with raspberries laced all the way through it with cream, cover it in a chocolate ganache, and then strawberries on the top. Slice of that with some cream.
My only problem with that is I don't know what a ganache is. That's my only...
I think you're thinking of a Viennetta, mate. That's a Viennetta. Quiz in answer, mate. You're wasting your time.
When was the last time you had a Viennetta? They're very nice. Don't you be sneering.
I made one for a series recently.
You made a Viennetta for the series?
They make them, mate.
But are you...
In the factory, they're about a mile long. Yeah. It's just a thing going...
I actually used Indian ice cream kulfi instead of ice cream, and it was delicious. I used a mango and passion fruit.
Mango and a Viennetta, that's bullshit.
Sean, pick a question.
We've got a picture of Paul here. We'll have to choose Paul.
Clooney with a beard, look at him.
You're so well-groomed, aren't you? Very well-groomed.
Dashing.
You look like you've come out of the sort of human equivalent of a dry cleaners.
OK, here's your Paul Hollywood-related question. Most people consider themselves a good cook, true or false? What do you think?
I think they do think they're good.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you would experience a lot of people who think they're good coming on your show.
Some of the auditions, the people who come in for the auditions, it's incredible. I mean, I could strategically shave a chimp and by the matter of probability come up with something that's better than some of the stuff that I've seen.
Really?
Yes.
I bet that hurts when you say that to their faces.
It does.
At the early shows, is it like X Factor? Do you have the nutters in week one going, I made the cake?
No, we do an audition process, which we do film just to see how they're going to react on camera.
But you don't show us that?
No.
Why don't you show us the best bit?
Do you think that'd be worth showing?
I want to see someone turning up looking like Joe Wilkinson going, I've done a cake. I've done a cake, don't eat it because it's not legal.
We've had people...
I kept it warm in my pants.
Paul, are you better than Mary Berry?
No,
because
Mary's not...
I know she's not got long left, but are you...
Do you know I met Mary's mother?
You met Mary's mother?
Yes.
What, at a séance? That's just...
You're in serious trouble now, my friend.
Seriously, who do you rate out of...
I've learnt a lot from Mary baking at home because actually doing one cake is sometimes trickier than doing 20 because the proportional size of the recipe and the way that it is. So I've got enough respect for her, absolutely huge respect for her.
OK, I do a little bit of baking. I don't do a lot of baking, I do a little bit of baking. I bake cakes, and I just sort of... I think there's a lot of love in it when I bake. I baked that recently. It's just at home, just hanging out, and I just...
Actually looks a lot healthier than me, doesn't it? It's a Sean Locke cake. What's it made of?
It's held together with hate.
The thing is about the whole EU thing. I mean, I worked in Cyprus for 6 years, so I look at it from the other side of the fence.
How were you treated out there? Did they welcome you with open arms? I suppose you've always got cake on you, so... If every illegal immigrant was supplied with just a tray of cakes, I think people would go, immigrants, they're bloody marvellous. These are delicious.
It was an easy place to go and work. I mean, I always found that the immigration officers out there You know, we had to queue for like 12 hours to get it stamped every 6 months.
12 hours in a queue?
Yeah.
What, 12 hours without bacon? Have you ever gone that long?
No.
I can't believe, what did you put on?
Dodgy after 3.
Because, you know, people's, you know, there is growing obesity in this country. It's been caused by our sedentary lifestyles and, well, mainly the cause is bake-off.
You can't say that. I always think about a balanced diet, you know, and if you take sugar and cakes and all that things out of a diet, then it's not balanced anymore. It's like, would you blame, you know, when there's...
Excellent argument. I'll have another slice.
Anything in moderation is absolutely fine.
You can't blame the bake-off, though. I love the bake-off so much, Paul, by the way. And, like, the world is crumbling around us. Nothing we can do. ISIS are taking over the world. There's Ebola on the rise. Kim Jong-un is just going to blow us all to hell, and the Americans won't do anything about global warming, neither will the Chinese. There's nothing we can do, and sometimes all you want to do at the end of the day is just sit down and watch Mary Berry stick her tiny little teeth into a little biscuit and go, maybe, just maybe, we're all going to be all right.
Your specialist subject, OK. Most people would rather be good at cooking than sport. True or false?
I would probably say true.
What? No, I'd rather be better at sport.
Yeah.
Nobody ever wanted to hang out with the cooks, did they? Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, he's sitting right there, Sean. It feels like you could dress it up a little bit and not immediately go, sport, definitely sport. So what's being a great cook done for you? I mean,
I'm a baker rather than a cook.
It's literally the same thing.
No, it isn't. If you put something in an oven, it's baked.
So the microwave, do you count the microwave as an oven?
Well, it's called an oven, but I don't often use microwave. Although Nancy this year was putting her dough in a microwave to make it rise a little bit.
But she won.
She did win.
Yeah.
Using a microwave.
Well, no, not because of the microwave.
Joe, are you a good cook?
Yeah, I'm good at cooking and sport. I just don't bang on about it.
Well, Paul, as you're on the show tonight, we thought we'd have a little sort of 8 out of 10 cats bake-off. Sean, what have you got?
Oh, I went to town.
What did you bake?
Well, you've heard of the famous layer cake.
Oh, yeah, the layer
Paul?
cake, of course.
Well, I went for a layby cake.
Talk us through the cake. That's an extraordinary looking thing.
Well, it's a layby, and we've got a badger that's been run over. And then there's a mattress. There's a Battenberg mattress. I've done the back with some stains on it. Dumped mattress on a lay-by. Some toilet roll. I didn't have time. I ran out of time to do the pants on the hedge. What do you think of me, Battenberg? And then there's little bin bags here.
Genuinely spitting that out. Sean, he's got to taste a lot of cakes. He just tastes it and then he spits it out.
What's this made of?
This...
Sugar paste?
I used sugar paste and an actual turd I found in a lay-by.
I think it looks fantastic. I like the sponge. It's nice and moist. It's got a good bake on it. No soggy bottom. Well done.
Thank you. No soggy bottom.